Hello and welcome to another episode of Obsolete Technology. It's been a long time since I last did one of these, but I have something pretty awesome today. This is the VideoNow color from Tiger. This was released in 2004. It's actually the second version of the VideoNow, which was not in color. It was black and white video, and it didn't have a backlit screen. And just a moment while I tighten these screws back. I was just checking the batteries, make sure everything was good, so I could do this video. So yeah, this was a personal video device from Tiger. It comes with, the one I bought came with some neat accessories. There's a carrying case that opens up, and it's got a slot in the back for a bunch of discs, and it came with a bunch. As you can see here, I haven't tested all of these discs yet, but so far every one that I've tried has worked just fine. So yeah, I've got a pretty good collection of them here. And oh yeah, I already showed the case. So this looks a lot like a Walkman, I guess. The thing that played CDs, a CD player, portable CD player. Only this does video instead. And as you can see, it opens up, and this is where you place the video disc. And I say video disc instead of CD because it's hard to tell from this video, but these are actually smaller than your average CD. So this is a blank CD, and this is a VideoNow disc. It's a bit smaller. So this thing won't be able to play any CDs. It only plays these so-called PVDs. So each disc is capable of holding up to 30 minutes of video, and as you'll see on each of these, this is 2 episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants, each one about 12 minutes long. So yeah, it doesn't really hold a lot. It's not quite as good as a portable DVD player, but I guess this was designed more for kids. The screen itself is pretty small, and I'll go ahead and turn it on so that you can see and hear the audio quality. So I'm putting in an episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which, before I get too far into it, this doesn't say what season it was in. It just says EP3 and AVTR1. I'm assuming this is season 1 of Avatar. I don't know off the top of my head. But in order to have a complete season, which I believe there were 26 episodes long, you would need 26 discs to hold one season of this show, which is kind of crazy, given that now you can buy Blu-rays that would hold an entire season, or an entire series in some cases, on a single disc. So anyway, let's hit play, and it takes a moment to load, because it's got to get the disc spinning, so you get this. And while it's doing that, I can adjust the audio, which I'll go ahead and maximize. Oh, there we go. And turn up the brightness, try and make it look as good as possible.
Lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four.
So as you can tell, let me turn it down. The audio quality is not great, as you can tell. Even the video quality isn't that great. I've got the brightness kind of wonky here. This only runs at 15 frames per second, so it's not great. It's far from HD. The text is only barely legible here. And okay, so this is season 1, because this is the water season. As you can see, there's a lot of screen tearing, I guess, or blurriness. I'm not really sure what the word for that is, but you can tell how low the frame rate is, because it's just not showing up very well. So you can kind of fast forward through things, but this is pretty unreliable. to fast forward, you hold down this next button, and you can't really tell when it's going to stop because it only shows like one frame every few seconds, or every second or so. So this isn't a great way to skip through video. Let's go.
You mean the Aladar?
Don't mention his name on these docks. Once word gets out that he's alive, every firebender will be out looking for him, and I don't want anyone getting in the way.
Getting in the way of what?
So, the audio is also pretty bad. It's mono. It's coming from a little speaker down here. It's very muffled. Just does not sound good. So anyway, to stop a video, you just hit stop, and then I also wanted to show live action, and this came with a few episodes of Fear Factor. Again, this doesn't say what season this is from or anything. It just the names of the episodes: Helicopter, Slalom, Maggoty Cheese, Flag Snag. I don't know. I never watched Fear Factor, so I don't know what that is. But anyway, so again, gotta wait for it to load up. And it can take a while, and also just to, oh well, once it's actually playing, I'll show. So now that's actually in the video, it's very, very prone to skippage. So if you shake this thing around too much, it's going to skip like crazy. This doesn't have any kind of buffer built into it that will prevent that like some CD players would have. So as you can see, like, it's really hard to make out what's going on exactly. Especially at this angle that I'm looking at it from. The picture just doesn't show up that well. You kind of have to have it tilted awkwardly. Well, not awkwardly, but awkwardly for the camera.
Were all designed and supervised by trained professionals. They are extremely dangerous and should not be attempted by anyone.
So the audio here is a little bit better than from on the Avatar disc. But given what this device is, I mean, this is clearly a toy. Like, this is meant for kids, as most things from Tiger were. I don't know why they would put Fear Factor on it. And I believe I have a few Fear Factor discs. Yeah. I don't know what kid would want these episodes on the go. I don't know anyone who would want episodes of Fear Factor on the go. Especially just one episode per disc. That seems kind of silly. Especially how terrible this quality is. So that's live action, not great. And also I've got one episode of America's Funniest Home Videos, which was essentially YouTube back before YouTube. See how this looks. This one I could kind of see taking on the go because you could show your friends funny clips. But honestly, if you're showing off funny clips on a device like this, I don't think you have a lot of friends. I know I don't. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I'm going to mute this because I believe it'll play the theme song. Okay, yeah. I can't really tell what's going on here. Like, what am I supposed to be laughing at? Let's go fast forward through the opening. Yeah, this fast forward function doesn't make it go a whole lot faster. Let's get to a quote-unquote funny clip. Either this monologue is incredibly long or this fast forward is incredibly slow. Okay, here we go. Already missed part of it. the color does not show it very well. It's really hard to tell that's even. I mean, I know it's a squirrel because I've seen this video on YouTube, but it could just as easily be a cat or something. Just this video quality is awful.
You know, one of the problems facing the world today is that there are too many yes men. Don't you agree?
So yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, he's on fire. Okay. Yeah, third degree burns are hilarious. So anyway, yeah, that's that disc. And I'm not going to go through every individual disc that I have because honestly that would be kind of pointless. But just to give you some ideas of what kind of things are on this, as you saw, Fear Factor. There were a lot of Nickelodeon shows, including Rocket Power, which I didn't even realize that show was still going in 2004. I remember that being in the 90s, late 90s, I think. I don't know. Here's an episode of Jimmy Neutron, which probably looks atrocious on this. Yeah, of course, more SpongeBob episodes. I have one, what I believe is a documentary of some sort, a day in my life for Hilary Duff. I have not watched this, so I don't know what that is. Here's The Wild Thornberrys, another show that I had no idea was still going on in 2004. The Fairly Odd Parents, another episode of SpongeBob. Fear Factor. And of course, as I was showing, one episode out of this entire thing is of Avatar, which is a fantastic show, by the way. I would not want to watch it on this because that would not be doing the art style and just overall beauty of that show justice. It's a magnificent show, and it definitely deserves to be played on something more substantial than the VideoNow color personal video player. So taking a quick look at the back, this thing runs on 3 AA batteries, and to my surprise, this thing, when I purchased it, did not have corroded batteries inside of it, which basically never happens. Every time I purchase a really old device like this at Goodwill, I have to deal with the corrosion. I mean, this thing's immaculate. Not a bit of corrosion anywhere inside of it. So I was really surprised about that, and really happy too, because I didn't have to do a lot to prepare it for this video. I just gave it a bit of a wipe down. Nothing amazing. So I found this at Goodwill a couple of weeks ago for $10, and this was something I absolutely couldn't turn down because it's such a strange device, given what's available today. Even what was available back then, I don't really know why anybody would want this. As you can see here, you can plug it in so you don't have to rely on the batteries. It does have a headphone jack, and it shows 2 earphones, but I know this thing is only capable of mono sound, so it's going to sound like crap even with headphones on. And I guess this would be something good to give a kid to sit in the back of the car, but if you're going on a long trip, you're going to need a lot of discs. And, I mean, there's a lot here, as you've seen. And that's only a few episodes. Apparently there were a couple movies released on this. I couldn't find any at Goodwill, but if I do, I will definitely take a look at those. But movies had to be on at least 3 discs because of only 30 minutes per disc. Kind of wasteful. Yeah, this is a really cool thing to add to my collection. It's definitely fits the obsolete technology category, because no one in their right mind would want one of these unless they want it as a curiosity or some kind of collector's device, which is how I see it. These things aren't worth a whole lot. You can find them on eBay for about $20, and the discs too are also really cheap. So there's no there's no real value to this. I don't know what they were sold for when they were originally released. Probably like $40 because it's from Tiger. Everything from Tiger costs less than $50. It's all bad. Don't buy Tiger devices. I don't know how they stayed in business as long as they did. They might still be in business, and if that's the case, that's incredible, because they made a lot of crap, and this is definitely crap. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I did not really know much about these devices prior to getting it. I think I saw a YouTube video about it a long time ago. If I can find it, I will link to it on my website, because I'm sure they have more to say about it than I do. And probably something a lot more useful to say about it. But, oh well. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and I shall post another video again in the future sometime. Take care. Bye!